Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into 105.1 WTUK and your game of the week here at Harlan County High School as the Harlan County High School Lady Bears, the softball team, takes on the Leslie County Lady Eagles from across the mountain. So far on the season, Harlan County 11-5-1. You have Leslie County that's 8-6. Mr. Caldwell, as always, great to be back with you, sir.
Happy to be here. You know, we're still getting our feet wet with the softball and baseball year, but I'm already having a blast. We had a good time this last baseball game last week in the game of the week. Black Bears came up a little short, but tonight we get our softball Lady Bears, and I'm telling you what, they're racking heads this year, man.
I tell you what, they hit the ball so well.
They really do.
They've got depth at pitching, and they're young. That's the scary part. They are a young team. So
Very young, and anytime you have young talent like that, like it is just – it's infectious. It really just bleeds throughout your program. And it really, as a coach, it makes you feel so good because you know that you've got a pipeline there. And, you know, when you go down their starting lineup, junior, freshman, freshman,
very young
freshman,
lineup.
seventh grader. Like, it's just very impressive.
Now, I will tell you this. One thing that I love is look at that dynamic duo down there umpiring tonight. We got Chris Boggs. We got Green Bay behind the plate.
Woo!
So it's going to be a fun night.
That, you know, I have comments that aren't radio and stream friendly, so we'll leave them alone. I'll tell them when I see them face to face.
I was telling Chris, he's an 8 in my class, and I was telling him, I said, I got to give you all a hard time. We're going to be on the radio tonight with this game. So,
man, you know, and this is a sport that, you know, it can be affected by the officiating, and it's such a hard sport to officiate. I have a lot of respect for people that can do it well.
Yeah, I don't know that I could deal with what they deal with on a nightly basis.
I could do it.
I would end up getting kicked out by someone else. But tonight, your starting lineup for Leslie County looks like this. Batting first and catching, number 17, Peyton Turner. Batting second, playing center field, number 15, Jalen Johnson. Playing shortstop, batting third, number 13, Royce Osborne. Batting cleanup, Kaylee Cottle, the first baseman, wearing number 24. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 22, Maddie Coots. Batting sixth, and the DP, number 10, Emily Caldwell. Number 7 in the lineup is number 99, Lauren Osborne, the second baseman. Batting eighth will be Tatum Bagley, wearing number 12, playing third base. And batting ninth will be the right fielder, number 5, Alexis Wilson. And your pitcher for tonight for Leslie County will be 00 Kennedy Maggard. And stepping to the plate, number 17, Peyton Turner.
And we're off, man. And I think this is going to be a good game. This Leslie County team, they're very tough.
First pitch popped up. And the pitcher, Alexis Adams, 1 pitch, 1 out. Pop up caught by her.
Good job just to be aware, just to be engaged in the game early. Miss Turner, I didn't even get a chance to give her stats. Senior, and she was hitting 286 on the season.
Stepping up now, the center fielder, number 15, Jalen Johnson.
You know, anytime you can get early outs like that in any type of baseball, softball, that just makes you feel so good as a pitcher.
When you get 1 pitch and 1 out, that's called efficiency.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson steps up, junior this year, batting .425 on the year. She's also a base stealing threat, 5 for 5. Good pitch there.
Right on that outside corner.
I could see that when it left her hand. That was
I'm telling you,
great
man,
pitch.
Adams is an excellent pitcher. And what's so amazing, this team has so much depth at pitching now with Jordan coming over from Harlan. That pitch fouled off behind us quickly in the hole. 0-2 is Johnson.
Yeah, and you know, this is a team for the Harlan County softball. They're going to make some noise in the region. They've fared really well versus the regional teams. This Leslie County team, they have played Corbin recently. They did beat Corbin 5-3. They've also played some 13th region folks, and they've fared well as also.
Steps back into the batter's box. Adams eyes the plate. Comes home with it.
Nice.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Backwards K, Mr. Lawson. Is it backwards if they're swinging or looking?
I think it's backwards if it's looking.
I think you're right. I think looking's backwards. You're right. No,
I just put a K. A strikeout's a strikeout.
There we go. Leslie County, they just come off a loss versus Hazard in the All-A and made it to that final round.
It's going to bring up the shortstop, Royce Osborne, wearing number 13.
First pitch a little high there. Going to be 1-0 count.
Technically the first ball thrown by Adams tonight.
And it was close, too.
Adams right down Broadway, swing and a miss, 1-1.
You know, Miss Adams, she is having a fantastic year as a junior. 11 games pitched, 1.83 ERA. She is just absolutely lighting that strike zone up.
I have always been impressed with pitchers for softball. Good pitch right there.
Very
Swing
good
and a miss.
pitch. The
1 and 2.
underhand,
How they throw so fast
I tell you what,
underhanded.
the velocity they get on it. Whew.
Like if I throw underhanded, it's going to be the lob.
I always took you as the dunker, not the lobber.
I can dunk some Oreos. That's fouled back out of play. It keeps count 1 and 2.
It's Royce Osborne for Leslie County as a senior. 421 batting average on the season. She's drawn 2 walks. Now she showed a pretty good eye. Now the scoreboard has it 0-2. I'm pretty sure that it's 1
Yeah,
and
it's
2.
1 and 2. Pulled down the left field line. About took out a coach for Bell County over on the baseball field. That's going to stay 1 and 2.
Whew. Man, I might would have to go just sit down if that one missed me like that.
That was close. You didn't even have time to yell, hey, heads up.
Oh, strikeout right down the middle.
Great first inning there for the pitcher, Alyssa Adams. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the first here on 105.1 WTUK. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK Game of the Week. Harlan County now coming up in the bottom of the first inning. Allie Sherman, the center fielder, wearing number 32, leading off. Right down Broadway, strike 1.
Good strike there. We might have an old school pitching duel tonight, honestly.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
It's Alyssa Sherman is a junior coming in. 378 batting average here. That pitch goes awry, going to be 1-1.
Almost got him that one.
Over on the baseball field, Harlan County with some work to do. Looks like they're trailing 5-0 in the bottom of the second.
Sherman's drawn 5 walks on the season. Ooh,
Swing
big
and a miss.
swing. No, that was a good pitch. Speaking of pitching for Leslie County, Kennedy Maggard, 9 games pitched, 52.2 innings, only allowing a 3.32 ERA.
Pitch a little low, evens the count at 2-2.
For a sophomore, this is 2 teams that are fairly young. Leslie does have a few more seniors than we do. However, 2 pretty young ball clubs. And this sophomore, she can pitch.
Swing and a miss, gets her strike 3.
Yeah, that was a little off the box there. She knew it, too, halfway through her swing. You could see her kind of hesitate halfway through. That was just a great pitch.
That's going to bring up Jordan Smith, the shortstop, wearing number 4.
Freshman for, she is someone that is absolutely lighting it on fire. 422 average. She only struck out 4 times on this young season, and she has really put together a good campaign.
I really like that bat. It looks like the old Rocket Popsicles. You know what I'm talking about, right? 0-1 the count. Got that red, white, and blue.
I do, actually.
I'm sure that's patriotic, but it just made me want a popsicle. That one's fouled off, and it's 0-2 the count now. I did like her walk-up song, a little Casting Crowns there. I like that. So both pitchers coming out of the gate hot. Pitch a little bit inside.
Ooh, got a chance here.
No, he called that strike 3.
He did.
Okay.
Right down the line. She almost beat that out.
I just couldn't tell because he did the motion in front of us and kept his hands.
That was a really heads-up play, though, by the catcher to make that, because she would have hesitated another second. She was there.
The pitcher for Harlan County, Alexis Adams, wearing number 11, coming to the plate now.
Junior slashing 341 on the season.
Pitch is a little bit outside, ball 1.
Not many balls in this game. Like, it's been a very zone-efficient softball game so far.
I'm like you. I think this could turn into a pitcher's duel. Here's the pitch.
Good eye there.
Outside, ball 2.
Good eye there.
Adams ahead, 2-0. 2 outs in the inning, no score either way.
Now, as someone that knows way more about baseball and softball than me, do you want right on left as the batter, or do you want left on right? Ooh, big swing there.
Swing miss. What do you mean?
So if you have a right-handed pitcher, what's the best batter?
You want a left-handed batter.
You want a left-handed batter. Why? Is that one step closer to the line?
Well, in baseball, it's more because the breaking balls curve in.
Curve in.
And
so
you
that
got
way,
a better, it don't curve away from you, so you got a better opportunity to get a hold
first
of it.
walk of the game.
If that makes sense.
Oh, was that not ball 4?
Yeah, it's ball 3. 3-1.
Oh, I thought it was ball. I thought they had 3.
Steps back in. But that's what I've always figured because of the breaking balls. Because, I mean, if you give someone a fastball right down the middle, it doesn't matter which side you're coming from. So Alexis Adams going to draw a walk, and she'll be down at first base and bring up Reagan Lando. We know that name, third baseman wearing number 7.
Yes, sir. By the way, that was Miss Adams' 7th drawn walk on the season, leading the Harlan County Lady Bears. Very impressive. Miss Landa, I sure do like watching this young lady play basketball. Freshman, averaging 372 at the plate.
That'll do some damage right there. That's
First
that one down the first base line. I'm pretty sure it's foul.
Yeah, it rolled foul just barely. Now, softball, they have the extra bag here, right? Am I seeing this correctly?
Yes.
See, I didn't realize that. I wonder why baseball hasn't adopted that yet for high
Yeah,
school.
a lot of that's to keep someone from getting hurt.
Getting the, stepping on that heel, which would hurt.
I've seen people roll ankles that way. That pitch is hit to the second baseman. She's going to scoop it up, throw over to first. Landa still made that close.
Yeah, she did.
But that's going to do it for Harlan County here in the bottom of the first. 0-0 your score. We'll be back in just a moment here on your Game of the Week on 105.1 WTUK. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK, your Game of the Week. Heading to inning number 2. That's going to bring up Kaylee Cottle, the first baseman wearing number 24.
Sophomore, 286 on the season.
Pitch right down Broadway for strike 1.
Cottle has drawn 4 walks on the season. She has struck out 7 times, though, as well. She's someone that it's kind of hit.
Very aggressive at the plate.
Very aggressive. Younger player, only a sophomore.
0-2 the count now. She fouled that one back out of play.
And if you have this 0-2 count, you can be real aggressive with your pitching here. We said we thought we was having a pitching duel, and so far that's rung true. Nice contact there.
Right
Good
down to
play.
the shortstop. She gets up, throws to first. A little high. It brings the first baseman off the bag, so that's going to go down as a hit for Kaylee Cottle.
Yeah, to me, you marked that as a hit. I thought that was really well played. The ball sailed a little high on the transition, but that's a long throw, man.
Yeah.
That's a long throw because it was not up the line. You was really almost on grass where she fielded.
Brings up the left fielder, number 22, Maddie Coots.
Freshman
Swing
also.
and a miss.
382 on the season. I'm telling you, this is a field full of underclassmen. Very good underclassmen. I hope that they continue the series. I don't know if they have in the past, but this is something watching these two teams play over the next few years is going to be a lot of fun. Ball outside here, going to be 1-1 count, I believe. Runner on first now. First base runner of the game for either team.
Pitch high.
Ooh, that's gonna
gets away from the catcher, so that is going to move Cottle down to second base.
Way to be observant there, locked in.
Going to make the count 1-1.
Scoot has 8 balls here. 8 walks on the season. That is very impressive. It's going to be another advance here. You've allowed 2 bags here in a game that we've already shown that they have good pitching as well.
2-1 the count. Now after 2 pass balls,
Bit of a
Cottle standing down at third.
2-1 count now. Man, a bit of a jam here, Mr. Lawson. Now you got to kind of pitch out of this.
That was a little bit high. Makes it 3-1.
Kind of.
Actually, they said that was ball 4.
Oh.
I didn't know that. Did I miss something?
Must have.
That's going to bring up Emily Caldwell, wearing number 10 in the DP.
Senior, batting .286 on the season, 2 home runs on the year.
Strike. They're going to second, and they're going to kind of pitch out to the shortstop.
Good cutoff there. And honestly, that was the design play to see if you could get that third baseman going into home to cut her back off.
So runners now on second and third. No outs in the inning so far.
Good design play there. Just, smart job by Leslie County. Ooh.
Inside, and it's going to be fouled off. She swung around on that one, going to make it 0-2.
What about caught that finger? Ooh.
Now, if Adams, who has good strikeout capability, she has a good chance of getting herself out of this inning with her pitching.
Yeah, you're going to have to pitch out of this one a little bit. Emily Caldwell, she's someone that if she gets full contact, she's got 2 homers on the year.
Right on that outside corner.
Yep, that's what you needed. Get yourself out of a jam. That's a good way to start.
Third strikeout there for Adams on the evening. It's going to bring up the second baseman wearing number 99, Lauren Osborne.
Junior slashing 185 on the season. Could be a little high.
Ball's a little high.
She has 9 drawn walks.
Right on that outside corner.
She is eating them alive on that outside corner. That is her spot. When she can locate it in that position, Leslie County has had a lot of issues trying to put bats on it.
1-1 the count.
Runners second and third. Dangerous spot here with only 1 out.
High. Going to be
2-1.
2-1 the count.
Good job at catching there. You're in a dangerous position, too, because any type of stray ball here, that's a run. Guaranteed with runner on third.
There's a pitch right down Broadway, swing and fouled off. Evens the count up at 2-2.
She's so good of going outside to in like that and getting on batters' hands. Like, you have to swing at that because it's a strike if you don't. But, man, she just locates it at a position that is just so hard to get any of the bat on.
Ooh, fouled off. About to took out the young lady on deck down there.
Goodness gracious.
Bagley had to hit the deck.
Whew.
You can see she's a little skittish now. Her heart's pumping. She turned on that one.
I think I'd go to the batter's box.
2-2 the count.
Whew, goodness.
It looked like it was right on that outside corner
Ooh,
again. They're calling that one a ball.
Call that ball.
Must have been a little too far out.
Yeah,
We moved to a full count.
That location, that's one that she has really tried to pound home the last few times. She's got that call.
Swing and a miss.
Man, what a little grouping of pitching here. Way to
So
get
she's got
yourself
2 outs
out
now.
of it.
Now you want to try to strand that runner as that brings up Tatum Bagley to the plate, the third baseman wearing number 12.
Junior hitting .88. That threw me off for a second.
What is she wearing?
088. No, that's what she
Oh,
the season.
I thought you meant she was wearing number 88.
No, I seen the .0 and it really messed my head up.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
She's just trying to challenge her straight down.
And, as a coach, you're going to be telling your pitcher right here, you want to go after her.
Yeah.
Don't put anything in the dirt. Don't give them a way to score a run easily. Just go after them.
And Alexis is someone that has 78 strikeouts on the season as that pitch is right on that corner again. Great location.
So she is 1 strike away from getting herself out of trouble.
And she's got this 78 strikeouts on the season. She's someone that challenges batters because she has that power in her arm.
Swing and a miss.
That was awesome, man.
And after 2 runners reach base, get to second and third.
Right.
Adams strikes the next 3 out. We're still scoreless as we head to the bottom of 2 here on 105.1 WTUK's Game of the Week. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Leading off for the Lady Bears will be the second baseman, number 8, Kendall Brock, swing and a miss on the outside pitch.
Junior hitting .233 on the season. She has 12 strikeouts, but, she's someone that when she gets on base, she is a threat to steal bases. Ooh, good swing through there, but it's going to be a foul into the glove. Still going to be 0-2. I'm blown away by our ability to pitch out of that last inning. Just a wonderful little grouping of pitches, great locations.
That was a little pop-up, and the catcher has to come out and get it, and she's going to make it.
Ma'am, way to hustle it down the line.
Infield hit for Kendall Brock.
Great job hustling down the line. You love that if you're a coach.
That was almost like a bunt hit.
Yep.
Stepping to the plate, number 21, Bella Minyard.
Going to bring Bella Minyard to the line. Freshman on the year, batting .216. Drawn 4 walks on the year, 4 stolen bases. You'd love to get some over here and put some pressure on this pitching staff.
Right down Broadway, strike one on Minyard.
That was a great.
Catcher wearing number 21, Bella Minyard. Have her in class this year.
She's a good math student.
She's all right.
Oh, no.
I told her I was going to give her fits. I told all of them I'm going to give them.
They are really respecting the base pass here. They know Harlan County wants to run any chance they get.
0-2 the count now.
pretty impressive stat, Mr. Lawson. Harlan County is 33 for 35 on stolen base attempts this year.
That's crazy.
If they steal, they get it.
Pitch on the outside corner. They're going to throw down to first. That's a good arm right there by that catcher.
Yeah, it was. She is locked in.
1-2 the count now. Breaking news. I just got it from my buddy Caden Lester.
Oh.
Hit benchmark on both areas of the SAT. Proud of that young man. That pitch right down Broadway for strike 3, caught looking.
Never had a doubt about Mr. Lester.
No, me neither. I'm proud of that young man. So 1 out in the inning, going to bring up the right fielder, number 1, Carmen Thomas.
Sophomore, batting 162 on the season. She does have 12 strikeouts, but she's 4 for 4 on stolen bases. Oh, long outside pitcher, got away, going to advance to second. Thought about threatening third, but she's just going to round it out there.
That's a good job right there by Brock to be observant on the base paths.
Yeah, and when you have a game like this where you obviously have 2 really good pitchers, you need little advantages such as that.
Pitch right on that outside corner for strike 1.
That outside corner is the sweet spot for both pitchers. You can tell that's where they want to hit. That's where they want to challenge you. And people really struggle to get to it because it's such a hard location.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Gonna bring in 1-2 here. No outs. Bottom of the second. Runner on second. You'd love. You think maybe even a bunt here just to advance that to third?
Maybe. Swing and a miss, going to be strike 3.
Good little grouping of pitches there.
Stepping to the plate, number 6, Maddie.
That'll bring up another young lady in my classroom this year, the left fielder, number 6, Maddie Fields.
It's Maddie Fields comes in. She is a young girl that's still feeling her way out here.
Going to be on the outside corner, strike
Good
1.
pitch there. She's batting 063 on the season.
Tell you what, she can pitch.
Yeah, she can. And she's someone, again, that's a threat to steal. When she gets on, she looks to move around the bases.
Swing
Good
and a miss,
swing
strike
there,
2.
just couldn't find it. 0-2 count.
Comes the pitch, swing and a
Ooh,
miss,
man.
strike 3. So just like in the last inning, little trouble with the first runner getting aboard. Then they close the door. 3 strikeouts in a row for Maggard. So we head to the 3rd inning, still scoreless here on 105.1 WTUK's Game of the Week. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK's Game of the Week. Leslie County and Harlan County softball 0-0 after 2 innings of play. And I think you called it, Mr. Caldwell. It's a pitcher's duel, right?
Yeah, you could really you can honestly feel it whenever you have these pitchers that are locked in. And early on in this game, you could see they were ready to go.
Right fielder Alexis Wilson wearing number 5 at the plate right now. She leads off with a strike. There's strike 2. Tell you what, man, Adams wasting no time.
Senior here. She has yet to get a hit on the season. This is actually only her 3rd at bat on the year as well. Swung through that 0-2 count. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was strikeout.
It's now the 6th strikeout on the evening for Adams, and that's going to go back to the top of the order with the catcher, Peyton Turner.
Again, senior hitting 286. She struck out first time up.
She had a pop-up.
Pop-up. Yep, that's what I'm forgetting.
Adams came up and grabbed that one.
Yep, that was the first. I think that was the first pitch of the game.
Yeah, very first pitch.
Because we commented about how awesome of a play that was to be that locked in. And boys action looks like 7-0. Bell County's lead. Looks like you're in the top of the third over there. Pitch going to be a little high, 2-0 count. Mr. Lawson, it seems like just watching, this first little grouping of innings, Miss Alexis, she gets better as the inning goes along. There's going to be the strike.
She really does.
It seems like she starts off all these innings, she kind of feels out the batters, finds her placements, and then as the inning progresses, she just ramps up. She is
2-1 the count
out there.
That one popped up out of play. No children in the vicinity, all safe. 2-2 the count now.
See if she tries to hit that outside spot. That has been her prime location. Anytime she hits it, it's a strikeout. Be a little high here. Full count, Mr. Lawson.
Works it full, does Peyton Turner.
You know how I know I would be awful at baseball? If I see 3-2, I am swinging no matter if it's in the dirt.
I swing at every pitch. That's just,
I'm just swinging and hoping.
And hoping you give me a good one at some point. There's the pitch. That's high. Going to be ball 4. Gets away from the catcher, but it's going to bounce back to her. But that's going to put a runner down on first base with 1 away here in the inning.
And I'm sure Alexis wants that back because she pitched a good little at-bat there. Lost it at the very end.
It's going to bring up the center fielder, Jalen Johnson, wearing number 15, struck out swinging in the first inning.
Junior, 425 average, their best hitter for Leslie County. Is looking for a steal here. Late throw, going to be left. Going to be safe.
Oh, and 1 the count.
It'll advance up to second base. That was the 8th steal in the season for that young lady. She is someone, again, when she looks to steal, she gets it. Here comes the pitch, going to be high, 1-1 count. And she's still threatening. She is someone that she was a tear on the base pass with 8 for 8 on the season now stealing. Good job keeping her honest. 1-1 count, 1 out in the inning, correct, Mr. Lawson?
Yeah, 1-1. 1's across the board. That's a swing and a miss. Going to make it 1-2 now.
You'd love a strikeout here when you have a dangerous base runner out there who's already, no matter what happens here, she is threatening third base.
Already moved down to second. Yeah, she's looking to move on over. It doesn't change as you go from softball and baseball. It's get them on, get them over, get them in. That inside pitch is going to get Johnson chasing it, and that's going to be strikeout number 7 now for Adams, and that's going to bring to the plate Royce Osborne, the shortstop, wearing number 13. She struck out looking in the first inning.
Seniors hitting 421, second best average on the season.
That one's high. It bounces up. Catcher going to run it down.
Good hustle there.
It's like that one just got away from Adams.
So Osborne has 7 RBIs on the season.
1-0 the count.
She has 4 second base hits and 1 triple. Big swing there. Going to be 1-2 now.
1-1, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, 1-1.
I thought I'd missed one.
No, I missed one. 2 outs here, 1-1 count. Dangerous base runner on third. Almost any type of ground contact for a safe. Nice pitch, 1-2.
You were just speaking it into existence. 1-2 count.
Any type of base hit here is a guaranteed score with the speed you have on third base. I would say, honestly, even on contact, she's running. There's probably an argument to throw home.
Right down the middle. That's going to be strike 3. And once again, Adams works herself out of a jam. And we head to the bottom of inning number 3 here on 105.1 WTUK's Game of the Week. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK. Coming to the plate, going to be the first baseman, Annie Burton, wearing number 14.
7th grader hitting 214.
Coach's daughter.
How
You better be
impressive.
ready.
How impressive is that? 7th grader hitting 214 on this young season.
Well, I'm telling you what, we were watching that junior high play earlier. They were killing the ball.
I'm telling you, I know a lot of those young ladies from dealing with them throughout the year with Little Kaywood. I'm telling you, they have some studs in this softball program.
Swing and a miss. Going to even the count at 1-1.
Miss Burton only has 7 strikeouts on the season. She's another base stealing threat. 4 for 4 on the year.
Fouled off. Back.
Good contact there, though. She's timing her up here. She's got to get a little ahead. She's drawn 3 walks on the year. She's someone that's shown she does have a good eye. 1-2 count.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's now the 6th strikeout for Maggard as well.
Top of the league, their lineup, number 32, Allie Sherman.
He's going to bring up Allie Sherman back to the top of the lineup here in the bottom of the third. Still no score either way.
You know, we talked about how this was going to be a pitcher's duel, and it has rung true.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count.
Yeah, outside just by a pinky nail, though. That was a good-looking pitch, but it was out. You could see it.
1-1.
1-1 count here. And if you're Harlan County, you've had a base runner on second, but you haven't been able to really put a lot of pressure.
Little pop-up flare.
It's going to be a
hit.
base hit.
Yeah, it's going to roll foul.
Oh, wow.
That was a
what
smart
a
play by that
roll.
third
Yeah,
baseman.
it was. She knew it, too. She's seen the way it come off the bat. She called it.
Yeah.
I would have touched it.
Yeah, I would have messed up.
That was a great eye by her, honestly, because she's seen the way that came off that bat and how it rotated. Great job. I'd have messed that up. The coach would have pulled me at the game right there. 1-2 count. Fouled off again.
Staying alive.
Whew. That net, it stops it, but it gives enough that it could cause someone a bad day. I think I'd scoot back just a little. One-two count. Outside.
2-2.
One
Good
out
at bat
here.
right here for
Yeah.
Sherman.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, I feel like Harlan County's had has had good at bats all game long. We just haven't really been able to get them on, get them over, get them in, as we like to say. Farthest we've made at second base. Same story for Leslie County, too.
Both pitchers really seem to lock in when they get runners on base. And
Oh,
Sherman now works full count, 3-2.
good eye there. And, you know, we talked about earlier, this Leslie County team, they're tough. Like, I mean, they took Hazard down to 1 run in the All-A just the other day.
Swing, fouled off again.
Great at bat here, though.
In the words of the Bee Gees, staying alive.
You know, going forward, folks, we're going to be better about keeping pitch counts for you. I'll start doing that going forward. I don't know where we're at pitch count wise.
I don't think there's a limit for girls softball, though, because they throw underhanded.
I would still think your coach, you'd want to keep them semi-fresh, knowing that you have games later.
That one's grounded right back to the pitcher, and she picks
Great
it up,
hand.
throws on to first.
Seeing our pitchers do some good fielding in this game, on both sides.
Stepping to the plate, shortstop, number 4, Jordan Smith.
It's going to bring up Jordan Smith, the shortstop, wearing number 4. She struck out looking in the first inning.
We would love to get rolling here, even with 2 outs. You just want to get some action going on the base pass.
High and outside.
1-0. You know, combined, both pitchers have walked, I think, 2 batters, 1 for each. This has been some very efficient pitching for both teams.
Going to be ball 2.
2-0 here. You'd love to draw a walk here. I mean, you've got power bats coming up. You'd love to draw a walk just to get on base. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Looked a little low from my angle, and that is low. He waited for that call for just a second. 3-0 now. So here, from my limited view, you make them throw 2 strikes. Now, in the high school level, I would say if you get a good pitch, you swing.
Yeah, I knew she was going to be looking there at 3-0, so it's 3-1 now the count.
When you have hitters that are as capable as these young ladies are at this level, if you know you get you a meatball down the middle, you hammer it. There's going to be a walk. Great at bat.
Good job by Smith to be patient.
Bring up this Alexis Adams.
Now batting number 11, Lexi.
Here's a chance for the opposing pitcher to maybe do a little damage.
341 on the season.
First pitch outside. Oh, he called that. I thought that was outside.
I did too.
Ball 1.
Tell you what, Jordan Smith was about a toenail away from just going all the way to second. She held up.
Wow.
That pitch was outside. Yeah. It's hard for me to tell where I'm setting.
That was a pretty good catch there by the catcher, honestly. That was a pretty far outside. She stabbed it.
1-1 the count.
2 outs. 2-1 now. Another outside. She's hit that outside spot a few times in a row here.
So you kind of wondered maybe arm getting a little bit tired.
That's what I was going to pitch to you here, top of the third. I really wish I'd have kept this pitch count. I know she's at least in the 30s by now.
Swing and a miss by Adams. Evens count 2-2 now.
Seems like she can't hit that outside line like she was early in the game.
Adams walked in the first inning.
I'm a little surprised Harlan County hasn't threatened to steal more with these 2 outs.
Swing and a miss, and that's going to do it for the third inning. We head to inning number 4, scoreless, here on 105.1 WTUK's Game of the Week. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK's Game of the Week as we head to inning number 4. Leading off this inning will be the first baseman, number 24, Kaylee Cottle. She singled and ended up being stranded on third base back in the second inning.
Yeah, she is someone that put together some good base running. Really, the only time when we felt a little threatened, honestly, in the game.
0-1 the count now as Adams comes to the plate. That one's a bit high. Going to even it up at 1-1.
I mentioned it a few minutes ago. Adams is someone, I feel like she gets better and better as the inning goes on. She's someone that if she's missing her spots early, she self-corrects and she really lines it out. A little high there, 2-1. Good eye.
One thing I noticed about her, too, like when she was younger, it was easy for her to get rattled with base runners, and she just buckled down there when she had those base runners earlier.
Yeah, that was a big-time moment. That you was in a bad spot with no outs.
Swing and a miss.
is able to pitch through it. That's something that will propel her to being a pitcher at the next level. Honestly, like if you're able to pitch out of a jam like that, that is impressive. 2-2 count here.
Foul tip.
Yep.
Stay at 2-2.
Barely stayed alive. Barely caught that outside tip, man. That was a heck of a pitch. Bell County Boys does lead Harlan County. Black Bears 9-0. Looks like the bottom of the third over there. Outside.
A little bit low. Going to make it a full count.
And that's what would be difficult as a pitcher for me because that was so close. And that's something that I do think that was the right call. It looked like it was just barely on that outside, but that's a spot that she's been hitting consistently all night long. Pop up
Fouled
here.
off. Mr. Bolin is on it with the sound effects. Quickly with the glass shattering.
Garrett's awesome at that, man.
Didn't that happen to you guys about? You know, through the window.
It's going to keep it a full count. That one a little bit outside. It's going to be a walk now for Kaylee Cottle. She's reached base both times now. Threat to run out there.
Yeah, we've seen it the last time she was on base, man. She advances. You have to account for her. No outs here.
Swing and a miss to Coots, the left fielder. She walked her last at bat.
You know, we've seen very little contact even in this game. This is not a game that's had a lot of activity fielding-wise. Gonna be a little outside 1-1, and that really just kind of echoes back to what we was talking about. You have two young ladies here that can absolutely light up that strike zone.
Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. She took a little bit off of that one. Makes count 1-2 now. So with the lead base runner reaching here, you want to make sure you buckle down now.
Yeah, especially with no outs. I'm surprised they haven't tried to send her already, honestly.
Fouled off, up and out of play, off the or the home dugout.
Remain 1-2 count.
This is going to be one of those games, who budges first?
Yeah, I think fatigue's really going to play a massive role here, too. Here comes the pitch that looked low. They did call it low, 2-2 count. Now, you're going to be someone here that whoever gets tired first is going to really – it's going to really kind of make the difference because you have two pitchers that are going to go deep in this game.
High runner going to make it to second base.
So whenever you're going to play that fatigue game, especially in a game where you haven't had much contact, it's really been all the pitchers, both sides. They've really shouldered the load here.
So you wonder if Adams may be getting a little tired now. She works another full count here.
I'm tired watching her, man. Like, she's been pitching deep into these innings, getting people outs when they need to. Another walk.
Ball four.
This is almost the exact same position that she was in last time these two young ladies was up. That's going to bring Emily Caldwell up. She's the DH here, designated player rather. Going to have a little bit of a conference here at the pitcher mound. Just want to talk to her player, just kind of settle her in. You have two runners here on second and first. Anytime you have that, and ironically, it was the exact same two that was on second and first last time that they were up. Now, last time they made it all the way up to the third baseline. So, you know, your goal is to obviously stop that from happening. With no outs, it's going to be hard to do. While they have a little conference, I just want to thank the Game of the Week sponsors here for the WTUK 105.1 Game of the Week at the beautiful Harlan County softball field. That's Don Super Saver, Anderson Lawn Jones Funeral Home, Baker's Tax Service, SEKRI, Southern Wholesale, Bobby Crider for Harlan County Judge Executive, Reese Monument Company, Harlan Dental Clinic, and Austin Miller for First District Magistrate.
It's going to bring Emily Caldwell back to the plate. Struck out looking in the second inning. Runners on first and second. No outs. First pitch going to be a strike. High inside. Good stop right there by the catcher. 1-1 the count. Adams to the plate. Gets away from the catcher. She is going to throw it down to third. Both runners advance.
And now you're in an just a
same
position. Kind of crazy. Same players.
Same predicament. Swing and a miss.
2-2 count. You would love a strikeout here, Mr. Lawson.
Oh, I thought that was strike 3. Shows what I know. Be a ball. Makes it a full count again. So she's worked full counts on all 3 batters she's faced here in this inning.
Big moment in this game.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Good job right there by Adams to work back and get that K. That's going to bring up the second baseman, number 99, Lauren Osborne. She struck out swinging after working a full count in the second inning. Runner still on second and third.
Ooh.
High and inside, ball 1.
That was a huge strikeout, Mr. Lawson. Huge.
Yes. Low and outside, ball 2. So quickly 2-0 here.
Having a little bit of issues with command here in this inning. And, harp back to what we was talking to. Probably a little bit of fatigue. It's 3-0 now.
You got to imagine.
Oh, yeah.
That Osborne's taking here all the way.
Oh, absolutely. Any type of. Honestly, you're taking anything here. You're making them make a call.
That's going to be a strike.
It's a good pitch when you needed it.
3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So she works it back full.
Way to battle. 3-2.
Looking for her 10th strikeout. And she gets it.
Big
swing and a miss.
Strikeout there.
So now runners on second, third, 2 away. I just got tickled with that sound effect. I felt like somebody just lost on The Price is Right. Tatum Bagley now, the third baseman, wearing number 12, steps to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. So Adams just trying to work out of a jam again. Swing fouled off over to the right side. That's going to make it 0-2.
Man.
So once again, she is 1 pitch away from getting out of 2 runners in scoring position.
What a warrior, man. What a crazy situation. Same exact 2 runners as well.
And a swing and a miss,
Wow.
and she gets out of a jam on 3 straight strikeouts. We head to the bottom of inning number 4. We'll be back in just a moment here on 105.1 WTUK. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK's Game of the Week as we head to the bottom of inning number 4. Still scoreless here. Harlan County High School.
You know, a wise person said earlier today that this is going to turn into a pitcher's duel, and that was you. I just threw it.
I'm pretty sure you said that too.
I just threw a dart.
That's going to bring up Reagan Landa. She grounded out in her first at bat in the first inning. Pitch outside, ball 1.
Good eye by Reagan there. She's someone that she almost legged it out the first, if you remember. She had weak contact, but she still almost was able to leg that out. And if you're Harlan County, you know, you just want to get on the base paths right now.
Swing and a miss right down Broadway, evens the count 1 apiece. Strike 2. Pitch right on that outside corner, strike 3.
That's that spot that's really hounded both teams. And these are good batters too. Like this has just been wonderful pitching.
As the 8th strikeout now for Maggard.
That is impressive. You have a sophomore and a junior just absolutely lighting it up tonight.
That's going to bring up the second baseman, Kendall Brock, wearing number 8. She singled in the first inning. She's going to lay down a bunt. The first baseman and catcher are both going after it.
Oh,
that's fair ball. She grabbed it on the line.
Oh, wait. Are they calling?
He can't call that a foul. She grabbed it on the line.
They're saying
that was not a foul ball. I hate to argue, but if the ball is on the line, I think they're going to talk about it. The ball was on the line.
Ball on line. But now the angle he was at, there was a lot going on, so he may have not seen it. We got a good angle of it. Oh, they're calling.
So they're calling a foul ball.
Woo!
I'll be telling him about that one tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, he missed that one. That's a hard angle to see.
It is. So it's just going to go down as a strike. It'll be 0-1 the count.
Really, that's more first base line, honestly. You kind of got to get an angle on it. But, hey, you got to rally through.
Pitch outside makes it 1-1. Pitch high. Brock still showing bunt. Makes it 2-1 now, the count.
You know, if you're struggling to catch up to the pitcher, I think bunting's a good tactic. We have speed. This whole
Brock,
team has speed.
That last one, she legged out a hit. That's going to be a bunt once again, and she picked it up that time, and she made it to first.
Yep.
That almost looked like the same identical play.
It really did, crazy enough. But now you have got some motion here now. You finally have some base runners, only one out. See if we can do something and get some people over.
And I know the first baseman let the ball pop out of her mitt right there, but that's a hit all the way. It's going to bring up the catcher, number 21, Bella Minyard, struck out looking in the second inning. Harlan County with a runner on first now, 1 away here in the inning. She was looking to bunt.
Yeah, this bunting may be throwing off the pitching for Leslie County just a bit.
That's outside again.
That's going to advance the runner.
Brock makes it to second base. Nice slide by her down there. That was one thing I never could do.
Slide.
I was horrible. It looked more like I just ran and fell.
Because he was running too fast. It was hard for you to get like your...
Yeah, you know me. They called me Lightning
in
high school. That was my nickname.
Yeah,
That's going to be low. Ball 3.
I was about to say, I thought that was a...
It almost looked like she offered it.
Yeah, I did. That's why I hesitated.
She got the bat back quick enough. No, there's a couple things I've never been accused of. Being fast is one of those.
I've seen it. They don't know about that Putney League. That's going to be a walk.
Is that not ball 4?
Yeah,
I was going to say, it is ball 4. I was confused. I don't even know if
that a strike, then you do owe him a talk.
So you got Kendall Brock down at second now. You got Minyard on first. So 2 runners on, 1 away in the inning. And you got Carmen Thomas, number 1, the right fielder, stepping to the plate. Struck out in the second inning. Looks like they're going to get a pinch runner in for the catcher.
I cannot see
courtesy runner. I can't see the number.
Need her to turn to face me so I can give that young lady a shout out.
Bunt fouled off. Oh, I'm on the count. They said that was number 3, Sienna Banks. Another young lady I have in the first period this year.
Very capable base runner. So you have speed on the base pass now. You're down to 0-1. Man, you just need some contact.
That's on the outside corner.
I really think this bunting has thrown Leslie County off just a bit. They seemed a little shocked with it.
Well, and that's a good strategy there by Coach. You know, you're not getting a lot of contact, so let's make them field the ball. That bunt's laid down right to the third baseman. She runs up and gets it. She's going to get the out.
But
that'll go down as a sacrifice.
You've advanced to third and second now. Now you do have these 2 outs, but
2 outs in the inning, and once again we've got runners now in scoring position. 2 of those on second and third, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 6, Maddie Fields. She's going to lay a nice bunt down the third baseline. They throw home, and she slid underneath the tag.
Great slide.
Great job by Fields to lay down that bunt.
Great slide to get underneath that.
So we'll go with a fielder's choice. I don't know why they didn't just go to first base with that.
I don't either, because you had 2 outs.
Because I think they could have got her at first.
You think that maybe that's a harder throw, and they was worried they'd mess it up, but man.
So that breaks the scoreless tie. Ball inside. Maddie Fields going to take second base. I don't know if that would count as an RBI. I'm going to give her an RBI.
I would think it would.
Because it's like a sacrifice bunt. Another bunt laid down. I must just not be able to see the line from here.
That one rolled foul. Yeah. It was over.
Because it looks like it's in the paint to me, and I'm just it's probably the angle. Probably because I'm being lazy and sitting too.
No, the ones at the right side, you need to have talks with them about. That one, I was dead on that one.
All right, so Burton squares around again, bunt to the third
good
base.
Bunt, though.
She throws it to first, and she scoops it up out of the dirt and gets the out. So Harlan County gets a run, breaks the tie 0-0. Harlan County leads 1-0 after 4 innings of play here on 105.1 WTUK. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK's Game of the Week here at Harlan County High School. The Lady Bears taking on the Lady Eagles. We head to the top of inning number 5. Harlan County with a 1-0 lead after plating that run there in the 4th inning.
Now, that does put a little bit of pressure on you as a team because, you finally was able to claw a lead here. First pitch fouled off.
That's number 5, Alexis Wilson, the right fielder at the plate.
Now you're playing with a little bit of a lead. You finally was able to put some pressure on Leslie County. Now you got to execute here.
She struck out swinging in the first. Called a strike right there.
11-1 Bell County's lead over the Harlan County Black Bears in baseball.
Ball's high, makes it 1-2 now, the count.
Bottom of the 4th, if I look at that correctly. I think.
Yeah, we started later than them, and we're already ahead of them just because it's been such a pitcher's duel. That's swung on, fouled down the right field line, out of play.
No, we haven't even had that many balls in play tonight. It's been such a good pitching affair here.
See, that's where the fielders really have to keep their focus because I would be out there like swatting at bugs.
Playing in the dirt.
Outside, 2-2.
2-2 count, no outs here. Top of the 6th.
Top of the 5th.
Top
I think.
Of the
Isn't it the
5th?
5th? Okay, I thought it was the 5th.
Yeah, I was going to say, it is the 5th.
Swung on down the right field line. Once again, foul. Same position. Bell County scores again, makes it 12-1 over there on the baseball field.
They're flirting with mercy rule over there, I think, actually.
Pitch is high, so she's went from 0-2 and now worked a full count. Good eye by Alexis Wilson.
And we've seen that a lot, too, from these batters on both teams. Like, they're really fighting deep in these pitch counts.
Outside, ball 4.
Big walk there to start this inning.
And that's tough because you had her down 0-2.
You know, I'm someone that doesn't know much about baseball. I've been really committed to this sport for about
I got you hooked, didn't I?
You have, and I take a whole lot of stuff with it. I try to be in the know. And one thing I've always heard on podcasts of people that are smart, walks is a killer for any team. That is like the main thing you want to avoid. Is a good bunt's laid down here. Great charge though.
Yeah, good job by Burton to get off of that first base bag and. Good coverage by Brock down there.
What a play by Burton to charge that. She was ready for that. They had no indication of bunt.
That is going to do the job and get Wilson down to second base. That was Turner with a good sacrifice bunt right there.
1 out here.
Jalen Johnson now coming up.
Love a timely strikeout.
We're number 15.
Little ground out, anything.
She has struck out swinging twice today. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch.
Sure to see which one is here.
Oh, that's trouble. Contact left side, and it got away from the left fielder. That's going to score 1 for sure. That you got a chance for an inside the park. I think she's going to get there, Mr. Lawson. She is.
Inside the park home run for Jalen Johnson.
She got on her horse there. That was some. I'd love to know the home-to-home time there because she was moving.
And now Leslie County strikes and takes a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 5th.
You know, and you talked about it. It's hard to stay really locked in because that was the first ball we've had hit to the outfield for both teams.
Pitch high.
So with that, would you only go down as 1 earned run for the pitcher because
probably because the other run came across due to the misplay on the ball.
Got a chance
to
play. Oh, just a little out of the zone.
And the funny thing is I don't even know that. I really don't know how you score that because I don't think it would really be an inside the park home run either. It would probably be a double.
Say she reached first on air, then she was able to advance on her own.
Swing and a miss, strike 2, makes it 1-2 the count now.
Would it be a triple though, because you reached first base on air and then you got second, third, and home?
Well, they reached first base. She got hit in the helmet.
She got hit in the helmet there. Now you're going to have a base runner on. You still only have 1 out.
I would probably give it a single and then score off the error because once it got past the outfielder.
That's a tough one, actually. That's a good one. We can ask Mr. Henson at break how we would score that.
That's why I don't score it. I just call it.
I just watch it. I hope they invite me back the next game.
That's kind of how I am. I enjoy calling games with you, Mr. Caldwell.
We're going on year 6. Do you realize that?
I did not.
Year 6 is where we're at.
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I wish we had $1 for every mile we drove together.
Oh, my goodness.
I guess we kind of do, though.
Yeah, technically, not quite $1, but we've got paid for every mile that we went together.
Almost $1. Yeah, that's close enough.
First pitch, swung on,
wow,
fouled off.
That would have been dangerous if she was just a little ahead of that.
Yeah, Cottle's looking for one to turn on here. She has reached both times, singled and walked.
I just think Adams, I think she's a little gassed, man. She has been pitching her head off out here.
That ball's outside, 1-1.
I wonder if that was almost a pitch out. Probably not.
Trying to catch the runner at first, leaning a little too far maybe.
Got to clean off the plate here. Bell County leads 12-1, what looks like the bottom of the fifth on the other field. Man, what an awesome park, Mr. Lawson. You have softball right here, you have baseball out here. This press box is amazing.
It's kind of nice.
I love this little area.
High.
2-1. You got tennis still. You have people over here still playing tennis behind us. Just a beautiful, beautiful campus here.
Really do have beautiful facilities here at Harlan County High School. Grounded
trouble
right down the line.
Oh, that's more trouble. Got by her. That's going to score a run.
Score another run for sure.
Oh, we fumbled the inside throw, too.
She's going to make it all the way to third.
Now you have blinked, and it is 3-1.
And that would go down as a single there, but, man, that's tough. She ends up on third base off of a single.
So now, it's 3-1 count, but Adams, she's only gave up. Adams, she's only gave up one earned run, in my opinion.
Yeah.
At the plate, number 22.
First pitch, a little high, 1-0 count. Still only one out here.
Fouled off.
I tell you what, that looked like that's coming right to me.
Coots at the plate. She has walked and actually walked twice.
If you're Adams, you just got to get out of here now. You came in up 1-0 in this inning. Now you're down 3-1. You got to get out of here and hope your bats can get back alive. A little high there, 2-1 count, one out. Back to the mound. High again, Mr. Lawson, 3-1. She's lost a little bit of that control here late. Going to be another walk. Is that the third walk?
Her third walk, yeah. Runners on the corners. So you gotta expect now Coots will probably take second base at some point during this at bat. The DP, Emily Caldwell, wearing number 10.
I believe she struck out last time up.
Swing and a miss, and she took second base. Good job throwing down to third base just to keep
her honest. It's like we'll give you that second. We want to make sure you do not try to cross home plate again.
Yeah, Caldwell has struck out twice, once looking, once swinging. Pitch is low. We'll make it 1-1. This is one of those situations where Adams is just going to have to take a breath and get out of this inning with as minimal damage as she can. That one's right on that outside corner.
2-2. Is there a limit to how many coaches meetings you can have with your pitcher at the mound? Can you only have one per inning?
Don't know. I think it may be like that.
You've already had one in this inning. It might be a good idea to maybe go talk to her one more time. 2-2
He's
now.
outside.
Her tempo is so fast. She gets it in and gets it out. I know she's a little gassed. She's at her pitch count's rising.
Swing and a miss.
Big time miss there. You needed that, man.
Bringing their 8th batter to the plate here in the inning. It's going to be Lauren Osborne.
You're finally at 2 outs here, man.
You want to strand those runners on second and third again, not let them do any more damage.
Yeah.
That's a strike.
And getting ahead in this count early is what you want. That's right.
Shortstop picks it up, throws to first, wide. That's going to score 2.
Score both, yep. Man, the inning from a bad place just continues. Oof.
And that's going to be reaching on an error there.
So again, with those 2 runs, I still don't feel like are earned runs. That counts against Adams. Strike right down the middle. Go up 0-1. 5-1 here, top of the 5th. Hit
Nice
good.
catch by Brock down at second base, and that's going to do it here. But Leslie County brings 9 hitters to the plate, score 5 runs in the top of the 5th inning. Harlan County with some work to do. We'll be back in just a moment here on 105.1 WTUK. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK as we head to the 5th inning. Back to the top of the lineup, number 32, Allie Sherman, the center fielder. She has struck out, and I do believe she walked.
Huge inning here, Mr. Lawson.
No, I'm sorry.
Huge inning.
She grounded out. I was
First pitch, catch that left outside corner, 0-1 count. You know, and we've seen us actually put some pressure on whenever we was able to just really get some bunts down the line, make them make plays. Second pitch outside, 1-1. You know, and a lot of that is attributed to what a lot of smart people have told me with baseball and softball. You just got to put it in play, man. You got to make people make choices.
Ooh, high and inside. Makes it 2-1.
Good eye there to get down. If you don't get down, that's probably hitting you right in the side of the head. 2-1 count here, no outs. 5-1 Leslie County's lead. Was a pitcher's duel up to the top of the 5th, and errors just plagued the Lady Bears.
Outside.
3-1 count.
3-1 count.
You love an early walk here.
Yeah, if you're Harlan County, you just need base runners at this point.
Absolutely.
You let them hang a crooked letter there in the top of the 5th inning.
Like it's 12-1 all Bell County in the baseball matchup.
Strike 2.
Full count.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Maggard battles back.
Great job by Maggard there. Tell you what, Maggard's impressive as a sophomore.
Her ninth strikeout.
She is very impressive as a sophomore.
Jordan Smith stepping to the plate, the shortstop, wearing number 4, struck out and walked.
Little
Takes
high
ball
there. You just got to get some contact. We've yet to really put a ball in real play out into either in or outfield. You've got to just get some contact. Swung through, 1-1. Fouled off here, 1-2 count. Man, if you go have a 1-2-3 inning here, Mr. Lawson, that is rough if you're the Lady Bears. 1-2 count. Here's your pitch. Good eye. Good eye. Battle to 2-2. We've yet to really get good contact on anything that Maggart's thrown. Gonna be outside here, full count. Full count here, Mr. Lawson. See if what we can do with it.
A little high.
Great job. Good eye. Way to get on base. He finally was able to get a base runner on with only 1 out. Do you risk with stealing here? Do you trust your batters? Look to bunt. You've struggled so much with just getting on base and getting contact. It's a hard choice if you're the coach. First pitch outside, 1-0 count.
Adams trying to help herself out and get a few of those runs back here.
Good
fouled off.
Contact just a little slow there on the swing.
1-1 the count. Adams has walked and struck out on the day.
Had a lot of, foul balls. We just cannot time her up. Get it in play. Be outside there, 2-1 count. Catcher charged, looking like she was thinking about throwing to second base. We talked about earlier, Harlan County, they're 33 for 35 on the year with the stolen bases. I'm a little surprised that we haven't been a little more aggressive on the base paths.
Well, that catcher does have a heck of an arm.
He does, that's true. We've seen her throw down a few times.
3-1 the count.
Good at bat here. You'd love to get 2 on with only 1 out. Gonna be low. There's a walk. Now you got 2 base runners on. Have Miss Landa coming up. Big position here for a capable hitter.
Reagan Landa.
Runners on second and first, Mr. Lawson.
Cleanup hitter Landa at the plate. She's grounded out and struck out. It's a strike there.
With only 1 out here, you can think bunt and be aggressive. Let Landa swing through. She's such a good hitter inside. Jinx, show me a Coke.
I'll buy you a Coke anytime you want, sir.
1-1 count. Runners first and second. 1 out. You got to gain some ground back if you're the Lady Bears. Lid on the inside, 2-1. The infield's leaking in. They think bunt. You can tell the way that they're moving in. Watch on the pitch how they all move in.
Swing and a miss, 2-2 the count.
And this Lady Bears team, we talked about in the opener, you have some absolute killers with the bat. Like, you have girls that have great averages, get good contact. We just have not been able to time up Maggard.
Swung on hard lick, but foul.
Yeah, Landa almost. She was about a second late on that one. Two count. Runners second and first. 1 out. Harlan County down 5-1. Need some action here.
Ooh, I think it hit her.
I think it did too.
So that's hit by pitch. Now Harlan County with the bases loaded. Only 1 away in the inning. And the tying run coming to the plate. That's going to be Kendall Brock, the second baseman, who made that nice play at the end of the top of the inning. She has, trying to see, it's getting dark. She singled in the first and singled in the second in the fourth with a bunt hit and came around to score the lone run for Harlan County there right in the 4th inning.
Fatigue doing a number for both of these teams right now.
Going to be inside, ball 1. And you wonder how long are they going to let the pitchers go until they decide to, you know what I mean? Until they decide to go with somebody else. Baseball came over onto the field. The left fielder had to go throw it back over.
Way to be active in the game.
Ball 2.
Good eye there. You know, you're not going to get all this back all at once here unless you get just an absolute
Yeah, I mean, you got
amazing hit.
You still have 2 innings after this to work away, so. Yeah. They called that one a strike.
I think that was almost a take, making her get it over the plate.
2-1.
Base is full. Huge moment in this game. Game breaker type moment. Another strike. Caught that inside corner.
2-2 the count. Still 1 away in the inning.
Man, if Maggard pitches out of this, that is some impressive showings. Swung through. Strike out. 2 outs. Bases loaded.
It's going to bring up the catcher, Bella Minyard. She has struck out and walked.
First pitch. Little low. 1-0 count.
Sherman struck out. I thought she was in third.
Both pitchers with double-digit Ks now. Swing and a miss. Evens the count 1-1.
Yep. And you know, I feel like we've said it a few times now. Maggard, she's showing some real resiliency here. You have bases loaded with only 1 out. Struck out the last batter.
Outside, ball 2.
Outside there, good eye. And you know, you're wanting to make her get it over the plate, and you just want some contact.
2-1 the count. Yeah, you want to make the fielders make a play.
Yeah,
That's
especially with
the key.
2 outs here. Just make them make a play. You don't want a strikeout here.
Swing and a miss.
As we see a 2-2 count. But I'm telling you, Mr. Lawson, watching this game, they have just not been able to tie Maggard up. She has really just caused a lot of havoc. 2-2 count.
Swing and a miss.
Woo.
Maggard gets out of a jam.
Good.
Bases loaded jam. Harlan County strands 3 runners. 5-1, Leslie County on top after 5 innings of play here on 105.1 WTUK's Game of the Week. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK. Heading to the top of the 6th inning.
You got to have a clean inning here, man. You cannot dig a deeper hole going into the 6th.
Wilson led off the top of the 5th inning with a walk and came around to score. That swung on line down the left field line foul.
Man, that could have been dangerous. That lands fair. Oh, 1 count here, stepping back in.
Right on that corner, but called ball.
That's such a hard pitch to call, too. Because
Yeah, I can't tell the angle from here. It's just on the outside corner.
Yeah, we've seen that spot, and we've thought that it has been strikes throughout the game. So that's a hard spot.
Swung on, fouled.
Make a play.
First baseman giving
Ooh.
chase. Can't catch up to it. Going to make it 1-2.
12-2. Bell County's lead in their baseball Black Bears. Looks like they are in the top of the 6th over there. 1-2 count here.
Another foul. Wilson making Adams work here.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the story of the last few innings. They've really been able to time up Adams and just go deep in these pitch counts. I'd love to know her pitch count. I really wish I would have kept that. I will next game.
It was right there on that corner again.
Right,
that one's called a
strikeout.
strike.
One out here now. You needed that, man.
Turner.
All right, back to the top of the order. Peyton Turner. She's popped up, walked, and hit a sacrifice.
First pitch a little low, 1-0 count. You got to survive this inning. You got to get out of it clean.
Pop up. Out of play.
Just barely out of play.
Going to be 1-1 the count.
If you can get out of this inning clean, baseball, softball, they're sports that you always have a chance to come back in. But if you can get out of this inning clean, you have a good next inning. You're right in this.
That's grind right at the third baseman.
Landa.
Nabbed it.
Great hands by Landa. Snagged that like a rebound.
2 outs in the inning now. Going to bring up Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson.
I'm seeing rally caps over here from our Harlan County faithful. I love it. Two outs here. You're 1 out away from having a 1-2-3 inning in a very needed time.
Outside ball 1.
Comes your pitch, 1-0 count. Gonna be a little dribbler. Landa. Oh, she bobbled the catch. It's gonna be a first base hit. That was a hard catch, though, man. That thing was bouncing.
Going to bring up Royce Osborne.
Now batting shortstop, number 13, Royce Osborne.
Would you put that down as an error?
Yeah.
I think you have to. I'm telling you, that ball was live.
Pitch gets away. She's going to trot on down to second base now.
If there's even a little bit of getaway on these pitches, these Leslie County girls, they book it. There is no hesitation. 1-0 count. 2 outs. You get out of this inning. Good
Strike right on that
there. 1-1. Good pitch there. Runner on second. Already stole second base. She is a threat to steal. Just a little outside. 2-1 count. She's a young lady that has 4 stolen bases on the season.
It's one of the situations you just kind of want to come after her right now. You got to get out of this.
High here. 3-1 count. Oh, man, that almost got away. One count.
Swing and a miss.
Ooh,
2-2.
that.
3-2. Sorry.
Oh, here comes a throw down. Good job to get back by the Leslie County base runner. 3-2 count. Mr. Lawson's 2 outs.
You want to just shut the door right here.
Little high. Going to get a
Ball 4.
ball 4. The inning continues.
Good job throwing down to third and holding the base runner.
Gonna bring Caudle to the plate for Leslie County.
Fouled off.
A
I
one
don't know
count.
who turned the light on, but thank you very much because I was getting to where I couldn't see my paper.
I can never see no matter what, so it's just a state of mind for me. A one count. Oh, she got all of that
High
one.
pop up. It's heading to center
Right
field.
up.
Center fielder making a play on it, makes the catch.
Good job.
Quickly throws it in.
But
I'm pretty sure that was out number 3.
Yeah, that's out 3.
That'll do it for the top of the 6th inning. Still 5-1. We'll be back in just a moment here on 105.1 WTUK. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK's Game of the Week as we head to the bottom of inning number 6. Harlan County down to their last 6 outs, trail 5-1.
And you had 3 base runners on last inning. You finally have been able to put some pressure on here. But my goodness, we just have not been able to find good contact. Most of that was through drawing walks. First pitch is going to be bunted but fouled up left side.
And there's Carmen Thomas at the plate now.
Now, I will say that where we have had our most luck here is through bunts, man. We've really put pressure on via the bunt.
Strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Man.
Stepping to the plate, left fielder number 6, Maddie Beatles.
12th strikeout for Maggard.
Foul ball up the left side. Maggard, she is a young lady that, as a sophomore, to be able to come up with that many strikeouts versus a very good Harlan County Lady Bear team, that is so impressive. Here comes another bunt up left side. It'll be foul again. Now this Leslie County group, they are all the way in as they're just expecting bunt all the way.
That's right down Broadway,
Yep.
strike 3.
Yep. 2 outs here, man. This is almost a 1-2-3 inning, which is not what you want if you're Harlan County.
Andy Burton coming up now, the first baseman, wearing number 14. She had a strikeout and a bunt out.
First pitch inside, 1-0 count. Second pitch outside, 2-0 count. You know, both teams has done damage being with 2 outs in innings. You'd love to do some damage here if you're Harlan County with 2 outs in an inning.
Inside, ball 3.
3-0 count, man. You would love to turn this into a base runner of some fashion.
Can Harlan County get a little 2-out magic?
You just want contact at this point. Just some, it's right in the middle strike.
I'm taking the very next pitch, too. I mean,
yeah, I am too. You make her throw a strike. And, you know, you're at the point in the game, you just want some type of magic, man, because you just got to put some pressure on.
Inside, ball 4.
That's what you need. Base runner here with 1 out, with 2 outs.
I'm going to bring up the leadoff hitter, the center fielder, number 32, Allie Sherman.
Back to the top of the Lady Bear lineup, number 32, Allie Sherman.
Sherman has struck out twice and grounded out. Officially 0 for 3 on the day. They call that a strike. 0-1 the count. Outside, 1-1.
Now, do you risk a base runner here for a steal, or is base runner such a commodity in this game that you just want to hold on to it for dear life?
I would just hold right now. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Count. Oof. Dangerous ground, Harlan County.
The way this young lady is pitching tonight, though, it's
scary. Like, it's just scary.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikes out 3 batters in the inning. We head to the top of inning number 7. Still 5-1 here on 105.1 WTUK. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK. We head to the top of inning number 7, Leslie County, with a 5-1 lead. That's going to bring up the, trying to look right here in my paper. I'm having trouble seeing.
First pitch a little on the outside.
Number 22, Maddie Coots.
1-0 count. You just got to keep them off home plate here. Like, you need to keep this lead where it's at. Second pitch high, 2-0. Got to keep this game at 5-1. Give your team a chance. Pitch fouled off, 2-1. And, you know, Alexis, she's went the whole game here, man. She has gave you a lot of good innings. Of those 5, I feel like she's only allowed 1. A little high, 3-1. Now you're in danger. You don't want an early base runner here. Top of the 7th.
Ball 4.
What you're going to get.
Runner down at first, no outs. It's going to bring up number 10, Emily Caldwell, the designated player. She has struck out looking and struck out swinging twice. Swing and a miss right there.
She's a young lady. She wants to swing. She's power. She's going for the fence. 0-1 here, no outs. Good pitch.
Strike
Ooh,
two.
Throw down. Good job keeping her honest on that first base. That was a good throw out.
Oh, 2 the count. Strike 3, and now they're going to throw down second base, but nobody's there.
Oh, good recovery by center field there, though. If center field is not ready to react, that is danger.
Another strikeout for Adams, but the runner moves down to second base. So runner in scoring position with one away, and that's going to bring up Osborne, the second baseman, wearing number 99.
First pitch high and inside. That almost grazed her nose. 1-0 count. Blood at contact here.
To left
Way to get
field.
under it.
Caught.
Good job. Got a little under that.
Runner holds at second base. That'll bring up Bagley, the third baseman, wearing number 12.
2 outs. Need to get this batter out or weak contact again. First pitch swung through, fouled off. 0-1. If you can get out of here with no runs gave up, you've got a shot. Like we've seen this happen in baseball, softball so many times. You've got a shot. But you just got to survive this. Strike right down the middle. Going to throw down to keep the runner.
Oh, they got her in a jam, but she's going to make it back to second base.
Didn't want to risk that throw.
Probably smart.
2 outs.
And you got 2 strikes on the current hitter. So
Yeah, 2 strikes, 2 outs. You throw that over the head of the second baseman, you might give up a run.
that was strike 3.
I was about to say, what's the
everybody kind of. Well, me too. I was kind of watching, but
I was about to say, the strikeout. What are we all standing here?
Harlan County down to their final 3 outs as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning here on 105.1 WTUK. Welcome back to 105.1 WTUK. Harlan County down to their final 3 outs. They're going to lead off this inning with the shortstop, Jordan Smith, wearing number 4. So you're right in the heart of the lineup with the 2-hitter up. So pitch inside, ball 1. Pitch is outside, ball 2.
Good eye. Two-0 count here. Down to your last 3 outs.
Swung on, foul back, makes it 2-1. Mr. Bolin right on it with incoming. Loving the sound effects.
Exactly what I game that's from.
2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Evens count 2-2. Tell you what, Maggard has pitched an excellent game.
Yeah, you know, both of these pitchers, I think, absolutely have shown out tonight.
Swung on, lifted to center field. Center fielder retreating, going to make the catch out there.
Wow, great catch. Good contact.
Down to 2 outs now with Alexis Adams coming to the plate.
Stepping to the plate, number 11, Lexi Adams.
Alexis, she has pitched a dandy game. Maybe she can add on to it with a big-time hit here. Keep these Lady Bears alive. She goes down 0-1 quick on a high fastball.
Swung on, foul back.
Oh,
Over to the fan section. I guarantee that tagged somebody.
that was a sketchy placement of a foul ball. Tell you what, you might need to wear hard hats whenever you're out here.
It's dangerous.
0-2 count.
Swung on, foul
Another
back
one.
again.
Just going to have to really time her up here, man. You got to get a little ahead of this. You've had 2 really good swings. Just cannot get them to play. 0-2 count. 2 out. 1 out in the inning. Down to your last 2 if you're Harlan County. Good.
Popped up out of play again. That was a loud sound.
Tell you what, there were some brave people there. They just sat there. They
Didn't even flinch.
Didn't even flinch. They trusted it. They've watched so much softball. They know. They knew. Still 0-2. 3 straight foul balls.
We should have that much bravery. Just sit there, like in their throne.
Good contact. That's going to go down at least a double.
Oh,
She
it gets
it on
by the
outside.
left
She could make
fielder.
out a triple here. She's going to settle for 2. Good job to recover.
Good bit of hitting right there by
Yes, it
Adams.
was. Gives the Lady Bears some life here. Down 5-1. Down to the last 2 outs.
Now batting number 7, Reagan Landon.
Makes her officially 1 for 2 on the day with a double, 2 walks, and a strikeout. It's going to bring up Landa, runner down at second base. 1 away in the inning. Swung on and fouled down the right field line. That's going to get out of play.
I feel like we finally got some contact on Maggot here.
Yeah.
Finally in the bottom of the 7th. This is the most contact we've seen from the Lady Bears all night long.
That's what I would do.
Landa gets a
Nice
good
hit to
bat.
right field, but right at the...
Oh,
she dropped it. So she's going to hold it first, and that's going to send Adams to third.
And, you know, that's what we talked about earlier. Just put it in play.
That'll go down as E9. That brings up number 8, Kendall Brock. So you're trailing by 4. Runners on the corners, 1 away. Brock at the plate.
Just put it in play. Make people make the hard play.
Ball's
Ball gets
low.
away. She's going to go for home. There's going to be a play at the plate. She's going to be
He's
safe.
safe, and now the runner's going to take off all the way to third now.
Great job. And now you're just putting pressure on this Leslie County team.
So now a runner on third.
1 out. You have shortened it to 5-2.
1-0 the count. Makes you wonder, they're going to go out and talk to their pitcher real quick just to have a little
are.
discussion.
Just a little powwow here. So what are you telling your batter here if you're Harlan?
You're just telling her, look, we're behind you. Or you're the batter or the pitcher?
The batter. If I'm my batter down, you're up 1-0
I'm going to make her
already.
pitch strikes right now because I feel like you've kind of got her. You got her a little bit rattled. So I'm probably going to try to make her pitch strikes.
Any argument to bunt this here? Maybe make a
There is that
bunt
argument.
play. Make them throw down that first base line.
There's definitely that argument there.
Just tell her maybe put it in play. Make her make a quick decision. Hope for even an error type thing. Let's find out. 1-0 count.
Immediately do orange adjustment.
Oh, nice strike there, 1-1. Even it up. One count.
Swing and a miss.
Through.
Well, you said you'd make her pitch strikes, and she's doing that.
Yeah. I maybe risk my bunt here, to be honest. Now down 1-2.
Yeah, but with 2 strikes, if you bunt it foul, that's.
Yeah, that's true.
But strikeout swinging.
And your last out if you're the Lady Bears after battling back to 5-2.
15 Ks for Maggard now.
Yeesh.
Adams with 15 as well, ball inside. I've seen stranger things at baseball and softball games. Down 3.
Oh, yeah.
2 away.
Completely winnable. It's just that those 2 outs, they loom large.
Swung on, grounded right through the gap. That's going to score a run and have a runner on first base.
She went home. That's going to advance to second.
Yep. So good bit of hitting right there by Bella Minyard.
Now your tying run's going to be at the plate.
Giving her a single and an RBI with that one. That's going to bring up Carmen Thomas now.
You're going to have a pinch runner as well.
Sienna Banks into courtesy run. So you're only trailing by 2 now.
Tying runs at the plate. 2 outs here.
Number 1, Carmen Thomas.
First pitch, inside, ball 1. In this inning kind of shows that Maggard's, a little human. She's kind of flexing that arm a little bit. She has to be tired.
She's pitched a dandy game.
Yes, she has.
Her and Adams both.
Impressive.
Inside. That's going to send the runner down to third.
2-0 count.
So Harlan County trying to put a little pressure on them.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure's on here. You're only down 5-3 now. 2-0 count.
The finals here.
Runner on third. 2-0. I'm making her throw a strike. She's struggling to find that zone right now.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Yeah, that was a strike, no matter swing or not. Great pitch. You're Maggard. You're trying to finish this game out. You have pitched a dandy. And if you're Harlan County, you just want to stay alive, man. 2-1.
Swing and a miss. 2-2. Harlan County.
Swing, man.
Down to their final strike.
Just got to steal your nerves here, man. 2-2.
Swung on and popped up.
Right.
It is playable. The first baseman coming in. It gets.
Oh, that was fair,
bounces
too.
in. He says foul ball.
Oh. I thought that
bounced on the left side of the line.
I did too. I thought that bounced inside.
I mean, I don't see a lot of arguing from the coaches there, so maybe not. Stays 2-2.
Two count.
Swung on and fouled back.
Oh.
Good job staying alive right there. I swear I thought that bounced fair. But if the coaches aren't arguing, I don't think it did.
Yeah, the coach.
I'm just getting old. I can't see anymore.
Coach was right there on it. I thought it did too. But it's such a bang play.
Thomas hanging tough. 2-2 to count.
She is. No matter the outcome of this at bat, it's been a good at bat for her. 2-2. Here's the pitch.
Ooh, behind her.
That's going to score.
Gets away, and the runner's coming home. And Harlan County is now within a run.
They have battled it back.
And Thomas has worked full count.
3-2 count. 5-4.
I honestly don't know how that pitch didn't hit Thomas right there.
Yeah, you got it.
Man, what an inning. Maggard, and you know Maggard, she is absolutely gassed out there. She has put together a great pitching game, but you know she's gassed. 3-2 count.
Outside, ball 4.
Winning run at the plate. Tying run on first.
Number 6.
That's going to bring up number 6, the left fielder, Maddie Fields. A lot of pressure for a freshman right here.
Great song choice by that young lady.
Swing and a miss. That was a good pitch.
Oh, catcher lost the ball. Throw down. Oh, you're a little bit of a pickle here.
They're calling her
Oh,
out.
they called her out. Got into a little bit of a pickle.
So that's going to do it. And that's not how you want to end it on the base paths. I don't know. That's not how you want to. I know Coach Burton's not happy. She's going to have the umpires talk, I do believe. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's the ball game. 5-4. Leslie County is going to win this one. What a game, man. Heck of a game right here between those two clubs.
Yeah, it was. What a great showing. Great night of pitching for both clubs, man. Maggard, I'm blown away. Adams, wonderful night of softball. So happy we're doing these games of the week. They've been so much fun just 2 weeks in. I can't wait to keep rolling.
And this one's lived up to the billing. 5-4 your final score. Leslie County wins by 1. We want to thank all of our sponsors. Don Super Saver, Anderson Laws and Jones Funeral Home, Baker's Tax Service, SEKRI, Southern Wholesale, Bobby Kreider for Harlan County Judge Executive, Reese Monument Company, Harlan Dental Clinic, Austin Miller for First District Magistrate. Thank you to Fuel Co. for being our scoreboard sponsor, and thank you to Listen Be Law for sponsoring our player of the game. Mr. Caldwell, who's going to be our player of the game this evening?
I'm going to go with the junior, Miss Alexis Adams. She had a heck of a game, man. Pitched the entire night, ended with 15 strikeouts, and went 1 for 2 at the plate with a big-time double to bring these Lady Bears almost all the way back. Great night from her.
Excellent night out at the ballpark. The Bell County, Harlan County boys baseball game still ongoing in the bottom of the 6th, it looks like. Yep, bottom of the 6th. Bell County leads, actually top of the 7th. Bell County leads 12-3, but that's going to do it for us here this evening. The next game we will be at will be, I don't think you get to come to that one with me, do you?
I won't be here for this next one. Sorry about that.
That will be Harlan and Harlan County at Harlan. We'll be there for that one. Great job to Kerrigan over on the camera and all the audio technical equipment and keeping us in line. She does a great job. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope and pray each of you have a great evening, and God bless.
This has been a production of Eastern Broadcasting.